Writing variant Standard, Title's Top 10 Best Fall 2025 Anime with Overpowered MCs, Torisko 1. Fall 2025's anime season is stacked with overpowered MCs, punching, scheming, and flexing their way through impossible worlds. Today, we're counting down the top 10 best new anime where power, chaos, and absurd stakes collide like never before. Number 10. One Punch Man 3. After a 6-year wait, One Punch Man Season 3 finally hits screens. Saitama returns, still able to obliterate opponents with a single punch, while the Monster Association arc shakes up the hero world. The new production team has big shoes to fill after the brilliant first season, and fans are cautiously hopeful. Saitama's invincibility makes stakes tricky. If villains aren't compelling, tension evaporates. Genos, Geru, and the supporting cast need solid arcs to maintain excitement. The animation has been criticized for being weaker than before, so fight choreography is key. This season must balance spectacle with emotional weight, or it risks feeling hollow. I'm looking forward to seeing if Saitama ever struggles, even a little, to give us a payoff. If the fights land and supporting characters shine, this season could deliver a satisfying return for fans, blending humor, overpowered chaos, and subtle emotional stakes. It's a comeback that could either be legendary or leave fans bitterly roasting every frame. Number 9. My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. This is one of Fall 2025's juicy twists. The story follows Akira Oda, a high school student summoned to another world. While everyone else receives flashy hero powers, Akira is saddled with the assassin class, low status and underestimated. But as expected, his assassin abilities surpass even the heroes in skill and cunning. The plot thickens when Akira is framed for conspiracy, becomes a fugitive, and must navigate dungeons, political intrigue, and alliances. This is the kind of overpowered show I love. Power with consequences. He doesn't just punch through problems. He outsmarts enemies, balances moral dilemmas, and maneuvers through betrayal and identity challenges. The risk is that the series leans too heavily on my power is obviously superior, which could remove tension. If the story balances intrigue, smart fights, and emotional stakes, it can become Fall's sleeper hit. Watching an MC who combines strategy, stealth, and raw ability makes every episode unpredictable and satisfying, keeping viewers hooked on the clever ways he turns the tables. Number 8. Nageki no Bure wa Intai Shitai 2. Let This Grieving Soul Retire returns for its second core, continuing the emotionally charged story of a party leader haunted by grief. Unlike typical overpowered protagonists, this hero's strength is shaped by trauma and regret, creating tension that goes beyond physical battles. Season 2 promises more layers, hidden pacts, and inner conflicts that test both emotional resilience and combat skill. The show doesn't rely on flashy displays alone. Every fight carries weight because our hero's emotional state affects performance, and small victories have impact. The danger is over-dramatizing or spamming magic without narrative payoff, which would break immersion. A compelling rival or antagonist who mirrors the hero's pain could elevate the story. Season 2 must balance strategy, psychological depth, and power escalation. When done right, this kind of overpowered protagonist doesn't just win battles. He survives inner demons that might be more dangerous than any enemy. It's a rare blend of emotional stakes, tactical combat, and character growth that makes the series stand out among overpowered MC anime. Number 7. Sanda. Sanda is one of Fall 2025's most intriguing entries. Set in 2080 Japan, birth rates are plummeting and children hold social power. Santa Claus, sealed by a curse, has become a myth. Middle schooler Kazushige Sanda has the seal broken by his classmate Shiori Fuyumura, linking him to a missing friend and unleashing his latent powers. What sets Sanda apart is that his strength is tied to mythology, curses, and societal collapse. Transforming into a Santa form grants him extraordinary abilities, but the stakes are emotional and narrative-driven. The story blends dystopian elements with surreal, action-packed visuals, making it feel fresh among overpowered MC anime. Sanda isn't just a punching machine. He carries responsibility, mystery, and weighty consequences for his powers. The anime promises a balance of action, mythology, and intrigue, with a protagonist whose abilities are earned through story context, not just handed over. If executed well, Sanda could be the season's dark horse, offering both spectacle and surprising depth that fans of overpowered characters crave. Number 6. Tales of Wedding Rings 2. Season 2 of Tales of Wedding Rings continues the bizarre, magical romance of Sato, who becomes the Ring King after crashing a magical wedding. This sequel ups the stakes, showing the consequences of wielding immense power while navigating political, emotional, and romantic challenges. To succeed, the story must go beyond romance and flashy magic. Rival rings, betrayal, and conflicts in Jaime's realm could give the MC meaningful obstacles. Overpowered abilities are more interesting when paired with dilemmas and responsibilities. The risk is leaning too heavily on fan service or superficial interactions, which would undermine tension and emotional investment. Done right, Season 2 will balance fantasy power, strategic conflict, and character growth, showing that even the most powerful protagonist must adapt, think, and navigate complex relationships. It's a mix of romance, political intrigue, and magical overpowered abilities that could elevate the series above the typical Isekai formula. Number 5. The banished court magician aims to become the strongest. Here's a classic. A court magician is exiled and must climb back to the top, mastering spells, alliances, and strategy. This overpowered protagonist combines raw magical ability with cunning and intelligence, making every battle as much about wit as power. I hope the show emphasizes clever magic use, political intrigue, and moral ambiguity. He could crush enemies with brute force, but his decisions, alliances, and ethics make the story compelling. If the focus is only flashy spellcasting, it risks feeling shallow. A smart mix of tactical combat, revenge plots, and moral dilemmas can elevate this from another revenge story to a tense, engaging, overpowered MC narrative. Watching him navigate challenges that test not just strength, but intellect and character is where the series shines. With proper execution, it could become one of the most satisfying displays of overpowered strategy in fall 2025 anime. Number 4. Gnosia. Based on a cult sci-fi game, Gnosia is all about social deduction, identity, and survival in space. The MC navigates time loops and betrayal, gradually gaining knowledge and influence over each cycle. Overpowered in this world isn't about physical strength, it's about mastering perception and logic. The brilliance lies in subtlety. By learning patterns, predicting behavior, and outsmarting other characters, the MC gains a form of power that challenges expectations. The tension is cerebral rather than explosive, offering suspense, paranoia, and strategic manipulation. If treated like a standard action show, it loses depth, but when the narrative focuses on deduction and emotional stakes, it becomes gripping. The protagonist's overpowered nature is about intelligence, cunning, and patience, redefining what it means to dominate in a story. This entry stands out because it turns survival and insight into a power fantasy, keeping viewers invested in every interaction and revelation. Number 3. Let's Play Quest Daraka No My Life. This is classic overpowered isekai. The MC is thrust into a world that functions like an RPG, allowing him to manipulate loot, skip levels, and exploit mechanics. It's overpowered with style, and the humor comes from NPCs reacting to his exploits. But the story isn't just about winning. Curveballs, cursed items, hidden bosses, or world glitches keep tension high. The best overpowered protagonists face consequences, limitations, or challenges that force creativity. Watching him cleverly exploit the system while navigating world rules is satisfying and unpredictable. Satire and meta-commentary enhance the experience, making power both impressive and entertaining. When done right, this show balances spectacle, humor, and strategy, showing that overpowered abilities are more engaging when paired with clever obstacles. This is the type of series binge watchers will devour while laughing at the absurdity and brilliance of the MC's exploits. Number 2. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Tojima idolizes Kamen Riders and wants to become one himself, complete with transformation belts, flashy attacks, and monster battles. He is overpowered by nature of the Rider universe, but the story can inject humor, vulnerability, and heart. Transformation strain, self-doubt, and friendship dilemmas add depth. If it's only parody, it's funny but forgettable. If it's parody with heart, the series can balance absurdity with meaningful stakes. Watching Tojima navigate heroics, challenge enemies, and confront personal growth makes his power both impressive and relatable. It's a meta, nostalgic, and overpowered take on heroism that blends action, comedy, and emotion, making it a unique Fall 2025 entry that fans of Kamen Rider and overpowered protagonists alike can enjoy. Number 1. Ninja vs. Gokudo. The genius of this overpowered MC is that his skills are layered. Assassination techniques, infiltration, and intelligence gathering make him nearly untouchable. But the story doesn't just glorify violence. The ninja faces moral dilemmas, loyalty conflicts, and the consequences of being a weapon in a chaotic world. The Gokudo faction isn't a pushover either. They have strategy, allies, and brutal countermeasures that keep fights tense and unpredictable. Every encounter tests both skill and wit. The stakes feel high because each victory or loss carries consequences for the ninja, his friends, and the criminal underworld. This is the perfect recipe for an overpowered series that balances spectacle, strategy, and suspense. If executed well, Ninja vs. Gokudo isn't just an action show. It's a dark, gripping story about power, morality, and survival, making it Fall 2025's ultimate overpowered MC anime. And that wraps our countdown of Fall 2025's best anime with overpowered MCs, from mythic Santa fighters to space loop geniuses. Which of these shows are you hyped to watch first? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more rants, breakdowns, and anime chaos every week.